Imagine a world untamed, where survival was a daily battle for every creature. Now picture a single, pivotal moment, a hand not quite human, reaching for a stone and striking it with intent. That single, intentional strike didn't just break a rock. It cracked open the very foundation of what it meant to be human. Today we journey back millions of years to meet Homo Habilis, the handyman, the unsung architects of our destiny, whose simple innovations echo through every civilization that followed. This isn't just about ancient history, it's about us. It's the epic story of ingenuity, struggle, and the incredible enduring spirit that forged humanity right here on the African plains. You're about to discover how a few crucial decisions made eons ago shape the world you live in right now. Picture it. Eastern Africa, roughly 2.5 million years ago. The landscape is a brutal tapestry of vast savannas, thick woodlands, and winding rivers, all teeming with life. But this wasn't a paradise, it was a crucible. Early hominins, small in stature, without formidable claws or teeth, were just another link in the food chain. They competed with formidable predators, saber-toothed cats, massive hyenas, and ancient crocodiles. Survival wasn't a given, it was a constant, desperate fight. Food was scarce, danger was everywhere, and the sun beat down relentlessly on those who dared to call this wild expanse home. It was in this unforgiving crucible that a spark ignited, a whisper of an idea that would change everything. This is where Homo Habilis stepped onto the stage. Their name, Handyman, wasn't given lightly. What set them apart wasn't their strength or their speed, but something far more powerful, their minds and their hands. They looked at a simple rock, not just as a rock, but as a potential tool. They saw the jagged edge a broken stone could create, and a revolutionary concept took hold. We call these first crude instruments Oldowan tools, pebble tools, choppers, flakes. They might seem primitive to our modern eyes, just a few sharp edges created by striking one stone against another. But their simplicity belies their profound impact. This wasn't just happenstance, this was purposeful creation. This was foresight. This was the birth of technology. Imagine the sheer audacity of it. An animal looks at a fallen branch. Habilis looked at a stone and envisioned how to transform it. This wasn't instinct, it was intellect. It was the moment an ancestral hand consciously reshaped the world, even in a small way, to better suit its needs. What did these simple tools do? They changed dinner forever. Before Habilis, getting to the rich, nutritious marrow inside the bones of large animals was impossible. Predators would leave behind carcasses, picked clean, but the bones held a hidden treasure. With their Oldowan choppers, Habilis could smash those bones open, accessing a high-calorie, high-protein food source previously out of reach. They weren't mighty hunters yet. They were likely scavengers, arriving after the larger carnivores had done their work. But those tools meant they could process the leftovers more efficiently. They could slice tough hides, butcher meat, and crack open nuts and tubers. This wasn't just about making life easier. It was about fueling a fundamental change. Access to this rich diet, particularly animal proteins and fats, provided the energy boost vital for brain development. Think of it as a feedback loop. Tools led to better food. Better food led to bigger, more complex brains, and bigger brains led to even more sophisticated tool making. It was an upward spiral, a slow but steady march towards a future no one could have predicted. What does making a simple stone tool tell us about the Habilis mind? A lot. It tells us they possessed a level of planning, foresight, and abstract thought far beyond their predecessors. You can't just randomly bash rocks together and get a usable tool. You need to understand the material, the angle of the strike, the desired outcome. You need a mental blueprint. This wasn't just instinctual behavior, it was a cognitive leap. They were learning, problem-solving, and likely teaching each other these critical skills. Imagine a seasoned Habilis showing a younger one how to find the right type of stone, how to hold the hammerstone, and where to strike to get a sharp edge. This implies communication, instruction, and the transfer of knowledge across generations, the very bedrock of culture. They weren't merely reacting to their environment, they were actively shaping it. This wasn't just about survival, it was about agency. They weren't just living in the world, they were beginning to master parts of it. The act of tool-making and the new dietary opportunities it provided likely had profound impacts on Habilis' social structures. Imagine a group bringing back bone-rich carcasses to a central location, a safe haven where the tedious work of processing could be done. This implies cooperation, sharing, and perhaps even a division of labor. While some might be foraging for plants, others might be focused on scavenging and butchering. This shared endeavor would have strengthened social bonds, fostering a sense of community and mutual reliance. The very act of sharing food, especially calorie-dense meat and marrow, could have been a powerful social glue, differentiating them from other species. We see the nascent seeds of complex human society in these simple gatherings. They weren't just individuals, they were a community, working together, innovating together, and surviving together, all thanks to the humble stone tool. It's easy to look back at Homo habilis and see them as distant, almost alien figures. But their story is our story. Every smartphone you hold, every building that scrapes the sky, every piece of art that inspires us, they are all descendants of that first conscious strike of stone upon stone. The fundamental human impulse to innovate, to create, to solve problems with technology, started with Habilis. They took the raw materials of their world and transformed them, not with magic, but with wit and persistence. They were the original engineers, the first entrepreneurs of existence. Their legacy isn't just etched in stone tools. It's etched into our DNA, into the very structure of our brains, and into our unyielding drive to build, to explore, and to overcome. We stand on the shoulders of these ancient giants. Their courage in a dangerous world, their ingenuity in the face of scarcity, and their sheer will to not just survive, but to thrive, that's the legacy of Homo habilis. That's the spark of humanity. Homo habilis, the handyman, was more than just another ancient hominin. They were a pivotal species whose development of rudimentary Oldowan tools profoundly altered their diet, fueled critical brain growth, and laid the evolutionary groundwork for all humanity. Their story is a powerful testament to the enduring human spirit of innovation, demonstrating how simple ingenuity can ignite a journey towards unparalleled complexity and progress. So, what part of Homo habilis' story resonates most with you? Is it their raw courage, their groundbreaking ingenuity, or the incredible ripple effect of their simple tools? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And if you're ready to uncover more forgotten chapters of our incredible past, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss our next deep dive into the chronicles of human evolution.